Okay, so this is Discover 4, end of course, mock IELTS speaking test. Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, so there are 3 parts to this test. The first part will consist of me asking you some questions about a topic. The second part will be you thinking about a topic for a minute and then being able to talk about it for a couple of minutes. And then the last part, we're going to have a little bit of a discussion. Okay, so let's get started. Can you please introduce yourself for me, please?
My name is Minh. I'm 14 years old and I learning in CG and Discover 5.
Okay, how long have you been learning at CEC?
I learning when I was just 5 years old, so I here so long, like 6 years.
What's your favourite subject at school?
For me, my favorite subject is English because I like to talk with English other people in other country to know more about their culture.
Good. Okay. So we're going to start off with part 1. I'm going to ask you some questions about swimming. Okay. Have you ever learnt how to swim?
Yes, I have learned many types of swim. I want to learn to swim because it's fun and I want to swim with my friend.
Okay. How often do you go swimming?
I'm not often go to swimming. It's kind of rarely because I just go swimming in the summer because in usually I don't have time for swimming.
Okay. So here in Hanoi, what kind of places are there for you to go swimming when you fancy it?
I recommend the swimming pool and some of the just swimming pool, yeah, in Hanoi.
Have you ever swam anywhere else?
I just swim in beach in some city in Vietnam because I don't want to swim in lake or in pond.
Okay. Good. Why don't you want to swim in the lake or in
Because I
pond?
think it's kind of scary and my mom told don't swim in lake or river.
Okay, gotcha. Do you think it would be more enjoyable to go swimming indoors or outdoors?
I in between because indoor when in winter is kind of cool and comfortable, but when it is in a hot day in summer, swim outside is more fun.
Okay, good. Excellent stuff. Okay, so that's the end of part 1. We're going to move into part 2 now. So in part 2, you've got a piece of paper and a pen there. So if you need to make any notes, you can. In this part, I would like you to talk about a topic for about 2 minutes.
Okay.
I'm going to give you 1 minute to have a think about what you're going to say. What I would like you to do is the following. Describe a famous business person that you know about.
Okay.
You should say who this person is, what kind of business person or what kind of business this person is involved in, what you know about this business person, and explain what you think of this business person. Do you have any questions?
Oh.
Would you like me to say that one more time?
Yes.
Okay. So I would like you to describe a famous business person.
Okay.
You should say who this business person is, what kind of business this person is involved in, what you know about this business person, and explain what you think of them.
Okay.
Okay? I'm going to give you a minute, and then I would like you to talk to me about that business person. Okay, and can you please tell me about this business person?
For me, I very like Elon Musk He is a content creator, also a guy who have many big company, example like SpaceX or Twitter. He is intelligent, smart, and have many like good thing in his job. He have a very good mom, know how to teach him. He also a very good dad in his family.
Okay. What does he do that you particularly like?
I like him because he do content creator. He make content about his job, and he also talk in many show. So he show us about how to do business.
Okay. What do you think is his biggest success?
I think his biggest success is the is his money because he's the richest person in the world from now.
Okay. Right, so thank you very much. That's the end of part 2. What we're going to do now is we're going to move on to part 3.
Right.
And part 3 is going to be about famous people or famous people today. So what kind of famous people are here in Vietnam?
In Vietnam, people usually do content creators. They make videos and things to people to watch and see.
Okay. Um, do you think there are a lot of news stories about famous people here in Vietnam?
I think a lot because they keep traditional and they make so many videos, so they will have so many story about them.
What kind of stories do we get from them?
I think it's about their life story and their experience about some job or their life. So they will show us about their story.
Okay. Do you agree or disagree that many young people want to be famous today?
I think I disagree. I think I will agree with that because nowadays people like attention from another people, so they want to become famous and for more people know about them.
What do you think? What do you think's the reason why some people want to become famous?
The reason why so many people want to become famous because they want people to know them, and to think about them every day. And when talk about his name, they will know that he very famous.
Okay. Okay, we're going to move on to the next part of the discussion, and it's about advantages of being famous. So, what do you think are some of the biggest advantages of being famous?
I think the biggest advantage being famous that they will have a lot of fame and people know about you, and you will like become very success in something.
Okay. Why do you think famous people like having so many fans?
I think so many famous people want a fan because they want very many people know about them, so they will become more famous and more famous.
Okay. Um, do you think that famous people use their influence for good?
For me, for some people, they will use their influence good because they need to talk very much, so they need an influence very good.
What kind of things do you think they do that is good?
When they talk in a show or when they do a video like that.
Okay. Is there anything in particular in terms of the topic that they talk about, or do you think that they just generally talk about good things?
I think sometimes I like fake some things they talk to make people think they are good people, but behind they are kind of like not good like they talk, but they just want famous.
Okay, good. Excellent stuff. Mia, thank you very much. And that concludes the video test.